Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and welcome to my new video. First of all, thank you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, because we're at 149 subscribers. That is a lot. And I get comments like this, which, I mean, they're really good ideas because, well, I couldn't actually do the video that I planned to do. Originally, I was gonna make a video on drawing hips, but I realized I can't do that. I really tried, okay? But I couldn't. So instead, I will be drawing, here, as per the request. So yeah, thank you very much. So basically, here it is. I will be taking the drawings on the left that I did originally in the kind of intro, and I'll be simplifying the hair. So you could see how I actually got to, I guess, doing that. So usually what I do when I'm drawing hair is I just break it down into simple, I guess, like sheets. You can imagine it like other YouTubers have pointed out, because I watched some videos like a while ago when I was actually trying to learn how to draw hair. And so yeah, you can do it by thinking about it like sheets. So sheets wrapping around the head, stemming from a middle point, right? So you can see that dot that I've done. That's the middle point where I'm kind of originating all of these shapes out of. And usually I have the shapes be pointy, so they kind of go towards one side. You can see like that middle one is going towards the right, and it's pointy there, but on the left it's not. So I think the sense of direction adds something. And usually when I'm drawing, I break it down into the middle, like the middle bang, and then you have like the bangs that frame the face, but in between the middle bang and the bangs that frame the face, you saw that like the one that curves into I do that. And I think it just helps fill it in. I think that's how it's supposed to be anyways. So for the one on the left, the bang that I just did, I did not do that I guess in between hair, and that's because, well, actually I don't know why, but that's just how I do it. So, and then the back of the hair, you just want to follow the shape of the skull that you've done already. So unless like the hair is messy, and I guess we will get to something like that later. That was a big pause. So now I'm just going to be doing the same thing, but I'll be showing you how I add detail. Essentially, this is essentially how I add detail. So this is just a basic copy of like the hair that I've been doing. And I'll just be adding detail. So basically you just cut into the hair, right? This is really all I'm doing. When I did the original art, or the original sketch for the hair that I'm, simplifying, I'm kind of always imagining it as the simplified version, so like the sheets, and then I just draw the cut up. I draw the simplified version, but just with shapes cut out of it, so it looks complicated, right? But basically, when you're drawing basically anything, you don't need to think about it in such a complicated, and you don't need to draw every strand, right? Or you don't need to draw every, you just want to give the illusion of detail, right? That's really all we're doing. So just by adding some simple lines in between, like from those ones on the left, right? It's not actually that detailed. And plus, most of the details is just mistakes, right? But anyways, yeah. So you don't think about it in drawing. Don't think about drawing hair as so complicated, right? It might be hard, it might be difficult, but it's not complicated. It's simple. You just need to simplify it, right? So that's what we're doing. Just break it down to steps. All the little, breaks in the shape, those triangles that have been cut out of it, right? It adds to the illusion of complexity, which is what usually makes hair look good. Now, I think it depends on the style, right? Because I think that middle one, given a little bit of work, it could actually fit a style that people have, and it would look good. So it's just based on whatever you want to do with it, right? If you want a more complicated style of hair, right, you add more breaks in the shape, right? You cut out more of the hair and you add more variation. But if you want it to be simple, you could keep more of that simplified basic shape. So that's essentially that. For that bottom one. For this one, I'm just going to, I guess this one is dealing kind of more with the hairline. I guess placing the hairline is, it's not too difficult. So it's just, I guess wherever the eyes are supposed to be, right? The eyes are usually in the middle of the head, so it's just slightly above. I don't know. I think it's more of a feel type thing, right? Depends where you want the hairline to actually be. If you just keep drawing it over and over again, you're gonna get it eventually, right? I guess that's most things with art. But so for this, like the side part, so the hair is like wrapping around to the left, or I guess for the character it'd be to the right, but it's wrapping around to the left and around the hair. I guess that's what the reference was supposed to be. So to just visualize that, like all that complicated stuff on the left, we just do a simple, just a blob, just to visualize it, right? And then after that, you can see on the left for the original drawing, all I did was break it up, just add lines, add some extra details, and that's really it. It only takes a few lines for it to look interesting. And if it's like in a bun, right, or a ponytail, the lines are just going to, there's a little cut there, but you can see that the lines flow towards the bun, right? So if you imagine the head as like a sphere, I've done kind of that type of thing all the way on the right, but they follow the curve of the head, or curve to the point. They just curve towards the point, like the point is pulling all the hair strands. The direction of the hair goes towards whatever, towards the tension point. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So this one, I think this one would probably be the easiest, because this shape that's in the middle is just a big sheet, just a big kind of, just a big sheet. And to simplify it, it's just these long, I guess, long strands of, not strands, well, these big shapes, right? That's just wrapping from a singular point. And if the front bangs are just like all together in this, I guess a bunch of characters have this type of hair, but so whatever hairstyle this is, it's very easy to draw, because you do this one big shape and then you just cut out a bunch of different shapes. You just cut out a bunch of triangles and you add lines, and that's how you do it. So I think this one is the easiest to draw. It's very simple. It's like put together. I guess it's used for characters that are more put together usually. So I guess that makes sense. And also for this hair, because it's kind of like a shroud, it'll fall down like a shroud. You can draw the the inside of the hair, just you can shade, right? So it's shaded in there, unless it's not. Unless you want to do like, I guess actual hair isn't completely. It doesn't block light completely, so it wouldn't be completely dark. But that's what I'm gonna do here because, yeah, right here. But. So yeah, just simplify it. Simplify it into these basic shapes that wrap around the head. So I'm gonna show this more here. I guess I've thickened them, so instead of just being these two-dimensional sheets, they look 3D. And that's just kind of how it just wraps around. Oh, and then these little, I guess that's a cowlick, right? So for that, it's just a triangle, a long triangle. That's what I've done. So this is just me showing how, this is like explaining the process, right? You have the simplified shape, you break it up into, you cut out pieces from it to make it look more detailed. You can add lines. If you add too many lines, it'll start to look messy, like the one to the bottom, that one, which can look good if you're going for a more realistic style. So on this, I've turned the page. On this page, what I'm going to be doing is essentially like curly hair or locks. So this one is like locks, and then later it'll be curly hair, like an afro. I guess it'll be, yeah, those two. So right here, my pen stopped working, so I had to disassemble it and see if it was out of ink, which it was, so I had to get a new pen. I think drawing locks are pretty, like, it's really easy because essentially they're just noodles. Just draw noodles. So you can use either these noodly shapes or squares. Actually, it's just noodles. You can't see the bottom. Not important. So essentially, you just do a bunch of these straight lines. Kind of like snakes, or if you're doing like a Medusa head, it's kind of the same theory. And you can see that I've done one side where the hair is coming down, on the other side the hair is kind of going back. So, and that was just to show that if you have your hair going back, which I'll illustrate, but once the hair wraps around, because they are locks and they're spherical, right? They have some thickness. You're gonna get these bumps. So all these grooves and bumps, they look really good. They add detail. Looks really nice. So very simple. I think like the locks, very easy to draw. Actually, I think curly hair in general is actually pretty easy to draw because you can just do. Well, I'll show it later, right? I'll show it in a second, but let me think. It's more free, I guess. So any mistakes that you make, right? So like here, I'm making it more messy, just to show like how you can easily customize it to be whatever you want. So maybe you want, maybe they just got out of bed or something. I don't know. Is that how it? I don't think that's how it. Not the point. So here I was just illustrating that they're just noodles or long squares. What's a long square? A rectangle. But it got cut off at the bottom, so that was a fail. That was a failure. So this one is going to be more, I guess, curly. Kind of an afro. Also very easy, because as I'm showing here, like you can just do whatever you want. Make it however neat or messy you want. If you want just like a circle, that works. That works. If you want it to be all over the place, that also works. Yeah. So all in all, hair isn't actually that it's not that complicated to draw. It might be difficult to place exactly where you want all the shapes to be. And if you're doing realism, I think it's even more important to add that illusion of detail, because obviously, okay, well, not obviously, there are some people who actually do draw every single strand, but usually you probably don't want to do that because that'll take a long time. So giving the illusion of detail, right, that's important for here. And sometimes not just simplicity is what you probably should go for. Like if you're struggling really hard with doing hair, simplify it first. And sometimes the simplified version just looks nice. Kind of like how a sketch looks better than, like, sometimes looks better than your finished artwork. So here I'm just going over different ways you can draw that you can like modify it. So here I broke it up into bigger clumps. Here I'm doing more of a rounded shape. Love the glasses. The glasses add a lot, okay? They add a lot to this one. This one's more like I forgot what it's called. I forgot what this style is called, but a flat top? Is it a flat top? Oh, okay. Yeah, so just like afros can be in whatever shape you want, especially if it's like stylized. Just do whatever the most interesting shape is for you, right? This one up here that I'm doing is a triangle. I wanted to see if I could do like a pyramid or some type of shape like that. So yeah, so that's what I ended up doing. It kind of looks like is it Guile? Guile from Street Fighter? I think that's what it is. What was that pop? That was me. What? Why did I act surprised? Why was I acting surprised? I made that noise. So, yeah, that is practically it. This was a long video, or longer than the videos that I've been doing recently. It's about the same length as the simplifying bodies video. So I guess tutorial videos are. This isn't really I guess it's kind of a tutorial. It's like a breakdown video. Anyways, I guess these type of videos are. They take longer, I suppose. So yeah, in about, let me see, 2 minutes. What am I drawing here? I forgot. What did I draw? Was this more like a true circle? Oh, I know what. Okay, so it's that one. This one's pretty good too. This is so kind of, I've seen this hairstyle before, but more like drooping downwards. I think this is a cute look. Like it adds. It's kind of like a dog's ears, like those dogs with the big ears. It reminds me of that. So I guess that's why I think it's cute. And you can see this shape is just, it doesn't even have any like true detail in it, right? But it still looks at least interesting. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't look as good. Because most of these are just little doodles, right? All of them, even the first ones were just little sketches. So they don't look as good as a finished drawing, but I guess it's the concept that matters. So yeah, that's basically it. So here's the finished page of the first one. Yeah. First page. So yeah, thank you for getting this far. I guess if you're hearing this, I do this every video. Yeah, thank you for getting this far, and for watching the entire video. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, liking. 149 subscribers. That's crazy. Why is it going so fast? What are we doing, guys? And then this is the second page. And that's about it. So I guess I'll see you later. Goodbye.